Tori, your daughter is in front of our house right now for some reason. Can you explain why this is? I'm sorry, but 6 in the morning is way too early to have her over. And I don't remember inviting her over to our house anyways. Why did you leave her after all, by herself in front of our house? Tori, you need to answer right now.
Ugh, can you please stop spamming my phone? Do you know what time it is? What do you want?
That's my line. Why do you leave your daughter all by herself at a time like this? She was freezing when I answered the doorbell. What kind of mother does that to her own daughter? Where are you right now? And where is Andrea? I'm getting worried about what you might have done to her, judging by what you've done to Valerina. Please just give me an explanation about the whole situation.
Oh, yeah, about that. I'm leaving Valerina for you guys to raise. She just isn't worth my effort, you know? I hope you guys have a good time together, though. Sorry about the late notice.
What? What do you mean, raise? I don't know what makes you think this is a time to be joking around, but you need to stop. If you wanted us to let her stay at our house, then you should have at least let us know a day in advance. Even Valerina's crying because she thinks that you left her for good.
Well, she's right about crying, because that's exactly what I mean. I need you to raise her from now on. As in, like, she isn't coming back to our house anymore, so you need to give her food and shelter and education and stuff. She's not our child, she's yours.
What? You can't just leave your child at our house and claim that we have to raise her from now on. That has to be some typical child abuse.
I mean, you could sue us and bring her back to our house, but as you can tell from the situation right now, I do not care about that child, and she's just gonna have a very miserable life ahead. And if you don't take the role of raising her, she'll probably end up at some orphanage and live an even more miserable life. So, it's up to you.
You're sick. How could you do this to this beautiful child? Shame on you.
Say whatever you want. You can either take responsibility in making her happy, or just sit back and watch her life fall apart.
Why are you doing this to her?
Look, as you know, my husband died last month. And as a single mother, do you really think I can afford to raise 2 kids? While working to make money at the same time? Even with the inheritance that my husband left behind, the best I can do is provide a living for one of them.
That's a problem for you to figure out, and abandoning one of them is definitely not the way.
There's only so much that a part-timer can do, you know? I can only feed 2 mouths, and one of those is mine.
Then why don't you ask your parents to help you out a bit?
Oh my god, I hate my parents. I would rather die than rely on them.
How ungrateful of you to say that.
As I've said before, say whatever you want. Please be my guest. I don't care. So, given all of the information that I mentioned above, I realized that I could only raise one child, and the other child should be raised by someone more facilitated, which turned out to be you. Come on, you're my husband's younger sister and Andrea's aunt. Come to think of it, Andrea's basically your own daughter.
What are you on right now? There's no way that you really think that logic is going to justify all of this.
I'm sure your husband is gonna be excited about having a daughter too.
But this isn't our child.
You said that you would support me in whatever way necessary at the funeral. This is the help that I need right now, so I need you to cooperate.
But this is all so sudden and out of nowhere. Have you at least tried to ask for support by the government or something? There's tons of ways to help raise your children, and scholarships and child support.
It's too much of a hassle to go through all of that paperwork, and I don't have the time to be dealing with all of that right now.
You can't tell me that you can't do even that for your own children. Please get your priorities straight. This isn't the same thing as buying a puppy. We're talking about your own child here.
It's just easier to make you raise her. Therefore, it makes more sense to just do that. Come on, quit being so stubborn and help out a sister.
I would have helped you out with all of the paperwork that you needed if you had just said it was what you needed. It isn't too late. Let's go to the city hall together and see what kind of financial support you're eligible for. How could you abandon Ballerina all by herself like this?
I mean, if it came down to choosing one of the two, I'm pretty sure that anyone would have chosen Andrea.
I would never choose one of my kids over the other.
Everyone says that until they're actually demanded to make the decision. Ballerina is always whining about something and never shuts up. On top of that, she's so slow and dull in the mind. She won't do me any good even if I keep her, so I'm letting her go.
Whether a child does you any good or not, it's a parent's responsibility to love and protect the child. How dare you label your own kids like that?
You can say whatever you want, but when it comes down to making a choice, the answer is always obvious. Andrea never complains, and she's always smiling. She is so unproblematic, so I'm sure she has a far better chance of making it in any type of job. Therefore, I'm investing in her.
What do you mean by investing in her?
I'll raise her for now, and once she's able to get a good job, she can make all of the money, which I'll live off of. It's a great plan, isn't it?
You're really going to isolate your daughter from her sister and make her work like a slave? Are you serious?
Of course I am. They say work smarter, not harder. This is my smartest way out of being poor.
You're crazy.
I'm really not. It's the child's job to take care of their parents, and Andrea has a far better chance in making lots of money. Therefore, it's only natural that I put in more effort for her instead of Ballerina. That's why I gave you the stupid one. Good luck raising her!
I've never met anyone as obnoxious as you. You know that? I feel horrible for Andrea for being chosen and forced to stay with you. Our family has our own plans too. We can't just take Ballerina in and make it work. Please just come to our house so we can discuss all of this. If you can't come, then I'll drive Ballerina over to your house. Which would you prefer?
What about neither? Andrea and I are moving today, so I'll never see you again. Sorry.
What?
We can't afford to keep living in the apartment we used to live in, so I decided to take my daughter and move into a cheaper place. It's a bit far away from here, but my friend owns the place so I can live there for practically free. Isn't it amazing? That friend's gonna introduce me to a new workplace too, so I'm basically well off at my new location. We're resting at a restaurant by the highway right now, so I won't be coming back.
So you're just texting me to stall until you got on the highway?
I mean, you would have brought her back if I left you an option, so… Come on. When you come to think of it, this is the best for all of us. The girl wouldn't have been treated well if she was stuck with us. And you like kids. It's all for the best.
A parent is supposed to give their life to stay by their child, not to sell them away because they don't need them.
Well, I guess I'm not your practical parent then. Look, the house that we used to live in isn't ours anymore, and I have no intention in coming back. So, might as well have fun raising the girl. She's a bit dull, but she's still fun to mess with. You got this.
This has to be illegal in some way. Hey, don't do this to your daughter. Don't do this to us. Just tell me where you are right now. I'll head there, so please just tell me.
Not a chance, honey. I know you're trying to push Ballerina back to me. Won't let that happen. She's yours now, so treat her well. I hope y'all have a happy future together. Bye-bye.
I'm not done with you. Hey, Tori, you don't have to do this.
Hey, Bella. Long time no see, right? How have you been?
I'm sorry, who is this?
Oh, don't tell me you've forgotten about me. It's me, Tori. You know, your legal sister, the wife of your older brother. Come on, we both know you remember me. Quit playing dumb.
I actually do not remember you. Or maybe it's just that I'm instinctively dismissing the existence of the horrifying person who abandoned her own daughter after my older brother died 10 years ago? Neither me, my husband, or our beloved daughter Valerina can recall you. Sorry.
See, you do remember. How have you been? I can't believe you actually went out of your way to raise her instead of abandoning her. Props to you, girl.
What do you want? After all of these years, without giving us a single call or text, not even checking on Valerina at all, the audacity you have to be talking to us right now. Don't tell me you've reached out to us after all these years just to check on her. She doesn't need you anymore. She understands well that you don't care, and that we do.
Why would I go out of my way just to do that? I'm not as bored as you might think.
What do you want then?
Can you give Valerina back to me?
What?
She's already 15 and she's not a child anymore. So I'll have her work for my friend's store, starting next year, so I need her back.
Are you hearing yourself right now?
Of course I am. Loud and clear.
Then I'd assume that even a crazy person like you would understand that I would say no, right? You're the one who left her behind at our house in the first place. You have no right to be asking us to let her go back to being with you. She's practically a daughter to us, and we would never make her go through such a thing.
Yeah, I get it. As much as I'd like to say you're right, I really need another worker right now. So please, give her back.
What happened to your other worker?
Oh, Andrea? Well, she ran away from me last night.
Ran away?
Yeah. I started online gambling as a game to pass some time, but I got a bit carried away. And now I'm stuck with a bunch of debt. So I told Andrea to work instead of studying for college. And she ended up running away.
What the hell are you doing? Is it that hard to be a decent parent?
Apparently so. So, can I have Valerina back?
What kind of adult would let a child enter that environment? No. My answer is no. So please don't contact us ever again.
Okay, let me rephrase it. I'm demanding you to give me my daughter back. You have no right to say no to this request. She's not your child. She is my child, and I have the legal rights as her parent. And Valerina has the responsibility to help me pay back my debts as my child. Got it?
Actually, Valerina is our child. Legally.
But I never signed any papers.
As soon as you left her with us, we went through legal procedure to adopt her. So now she's ours, and we have no right to hand her over.
What?
She is our daughter of my husband, so good luck paying back all of your debts alone.
What? You can't just do that without the permission of me? I'm her mother. She is my daughter by blood. This whole thing should be illegal.
It really isn't. There's a way to adopt a child without permission of the parent. I won't go to any specifics since you probably won't understand any of it anyways. But we were legally admitted as eligible for becoming family through court. And you and Valerina are legally strangers.
You're lying! You can't do that! I'm her real parent. She still has to listen to me.
Actually, she doesn't. We didn't just adopt her. We went through a foster care adoption process, which basically means that there is no legal tie between you and your daughter anymore. This actually requires the agreement of a real parent. But since you were gone for so many years, the court decided that you were incompetent in making a decision upon this case. Therefore, we didn't need your agreement to make the decision to go through. Valerina is our child, and I will protect her from you with my life. You will never lay a finger on her ever again.
Then who's gonna help me pay back my debts? I can't just do it on my own. How am I supposed to get out of this?
I guess you're going to have to work on your own. You can't just keep relying on your kids and other people, including them, forever. Just help yourself, and you'll be fine.
Then what was the point of giving birth to 2 daughters? There's no point in having kids if they're useless to me when I need them. I won't let this happen. I will not allow this. You know what? You need to resolve the adoption. go through the legal procedures and make her my daughter again.
No way. I don't like paperwork, and I'm too lazy to go through that whole process, so...
Quit messing around! I'll be on my way to bring Valerina back. You better be ready.
Where are you headed to?
To your house!
Do you know where our house is?
The place I dropped Valerina off 10 years ago?
I'm sorry to tell you this, but our family actually moved to another state a few years ago because of my husband's work. So you won't find us at our old house. Sorry.
What? How dare you move without telling me? This is my kid that you're dragging with you. I deserve to know where she is whenever I want.
Again, she's not your daughter.
Why is it always me? Why do bad things always happen to me? Why can't everyone just do what I ask them to do? Help me, please. I can't pay off my debts alone. I'll be stuck working for the rest of my life.
As strangers, we have no responsibility to helping you. Sorry.
Why not?
Why don't you take a deep breath, close your eyes, and ask yourself, have I really done nothing to be deserving this right now? I'm sure you'll be able to get yourself an answer. Since I'm done addressing this situation, I'll be going now. I'm sure neither I nor Valerina will ever be seeing you again. So, farewell. Apparently, Tori tried to go and look for Valerina and Bella, but wasn't able to do anything since she couldn't pay for the gas to get anywhere. After that, she tried to work her butt off to pay back her debts, but ended up borrowing even more money because of her online casino addiction. After reaching out to illegal sources or money laundering, she was caught by the members of a gang and was forced to work as a prostitute. After acting upon impulse, Tori ended up getting herself in a living hell situation. Not that she didn't deserve it. FYI, Andrea was taken to her grandparents' house after a few days since she ran away from her mother. And now she lives with her grandparents and goes to high school like any other student. Valerina is also a high school student now, and she's pursuing her dreams as a nurse, going to school every day with her friends. In the end, I'm extremely grateful that everyone ended up at a better place, and I think everyone other than Tori is glad about how things ended up.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, big sister. Long time no text, huh? Guess it must be like a year since we last texted, huh? This is your cute little sister, Haley. Happy to hear from you, I bet. I don't need this so early in the morning. What do you want? How could you say that? That's not very nice. What's not nice is stealing someone's husband. That's not nice. You really have Gal contacting me. I told you, it was meant to happen. It was unavoidable. I know that Randy met and married you first, but then he met me and fell in love. What can I say? Randy came to grips with his true feelings. All I did was respond in kind. You really shouldn't be so critical towards two people that are truly in love. Hearing that from someone who has no compassion or consideration for others just does not ring true. Yeah. Anyway, that's not why I contacted you. What the hell do you want? If you have something to say, get it over with, would ya? Oh, you bet I have something to say. Ready for this? We got a room at a luxury hotel and we're staying there for a whole week. 7 days. Wow, I'm so happy for you. And guess which hotel? None other than the Merryweather Hotel. Wait, what? The Merryweather Hotel? Are you serious? I knew that would get all your attention. The suite room at the Merryweather is one of the most popular spots among famous celebrities. And to be staying there for a week? Oh, it's so mind-boggling. Obviously, it would just be me and Randy. Can I ask you something? The Merryweather has several hotels around the state. Is this the one right downtown on Market? That's the one. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's your birthday tomorrow, wasn't it? A day early, but happy birthday, Cindy! Oh, I feel so bad. I mean, it's your birthday and I'm the one staying at a suite in the Merryweather with your ex-husband. Wow. You can't make this stuff up. I assure you, it's not as if I'm treating you with contempt or anything like that. I'm not, Cindy. What can I say? I'm so sorry. You have no intention of apologizing, do you? You got me there, sis. But I do feel a tiny bit of remorse for stealing the heir to a company. But you have to admit why super rich Randy is treating me to a 1 week stay at the Merryweather. He loves me. How else to explain it, right? Randy chose me over you. And you just can't stand that, can you? Well, you had it coming. Randy's former wife can grab a cardboard box from the trash heap and spend the night on the street while we lounge in our luxurious suite room drinking champagne. Not that I really care, but I would verify that reservation if I were you. Well, I better get going. Need to pack some things for our week-long stay. Can't forget my bathing suit. He'll drool over me when he sees it. 7 days is pretty long. I may need 2 suitcases. See you around. Yeah, whatever. Why do I even have to put up with this BS?
Hey, Cindy, you there? Man, I was super shocked. You made reservations at the Merryweather Hotel for 7 days. And you scheduled it so it coincided with your birthday. Nice touch. My love for you finally got through. These past 2 weeks were hell for me. I never stopped sending you my love through line. It finally reached you. I knew you would give me the benefit of the doubt. I'm ready to accept your love once again unconditionally. I'm here for you, my darling. 7 days of love and passion. The love that wavered a year ago feels like an eternity, but this suffering has finally ended. Our love has reawakened like a phoenix out of the inferno. So what's the number of this suite room that you reserved at the Merryweather? I'll be up there PDQ.
What the hell is this? And what does PDQ even mean?
There you are, Cindy. I was wondering when you were going to respond. A PDQ, pretty damn quick. Haven't you heard that expression?
Must be something you heard from Haley. Figures. So, what's this about? I thought you were engaged to my little sister Haley. I don't need this right now.
Yeah, about that. I'll explain all that to you later. Really dangling the bait, aren't you? Making me wait a whole hour. So, where's this suite room? Give me the room number. I just arrived at the hotel and asked at the desk about it, but they just gave me the runaround. I told them I was staying here with the person who made the reservation, but I was told it was private information or something, and they couldn't tell me.
Yeah, well, I got a call from the front desk about some suspicious guy asking about me. That's why I'm texting you. Hey, Randy, what the hell are you up to?
What am I up to? Seriously? You responded to my love line and made reservations at the Merryweather so we can celebrate your birthday and make love all week. Love and passion for a whole week. That's what I'm up to. We reaffirm our love for each other and become husband and wife again.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there, Randy. The person who made that reservation was my current boyfriend.
Pardon me?
After divorcing you, a friend of mine introduced me to a really nice guy. He wanted to celebrate my birthday, so he made reservations for a suite room here at the Merryweather Hotel.
Hold it a sec, Cindy. Are you saying you already have a boyfriend? Then why have you continued to accept my love line for the past 2 weeks? If you had no interest in me, you would have blocked me.
I never responded to your texts, and you can see I never read any of them. Other than your first one, and the one right now. I'm sure you're aware of that little red icon. I'm surprised you didn't take that as being shunned.
But you were...
When we got divorced, my lawyer gave me some sound advice. He warned me that you seemed a little reluctant to go through with the divorce, so I better be careful. That I shouldn't block you right away. I just sort of left it at that and forgot all about blocking you. I just ignore your texts as I do other stuff like spam mail. 2 weeks ago, I started getting a whole slew of messages. I thought it was some kind of spam. I was just going to call my lawyer and get his advice on how I could press charges, or at least get rid of this nuisance.
Yeah, but I was only trying to,
Where did you even hear about this hotel reservation anyway? We haven't talked at all after the divorce, so how?
My sister mentioned it to me.
Excuse me? Your sister? You mean Caroline?
Yeah, she found out I was sending the love line to you and told me you were going to spend a week at the Merryweather with your guy to commemorate your birthday.
Don't tell me you thought this guy was you.
Yeah, well...
Knowing Caroline, I think she was trying to tell you that I was already taken, and that you had better give it up.
Well, why didn't she just say that straight out then?
I guess it's a good time to tell you. The one that introduced me to my current boyfriend is Caroline, your sister.
Wait, what?
Your sister was a client of our company, and we had cordial business relations. So even after we divorced, we kept in touch. Well, long story short, she introduced me to the president of our company, and we started dating. That was like 6 or 7 months ago.
Are you saying that you're going out with my sister's boss? The president of her company.
That's right. Hooray! Hats off to you, Randy. Now that you realize your mistake, I would appreciate it if you would leave.
Damn you, Cindy. I gave up everything, even the right to take over my dad's business.
Hey, Cindy, dear sister. How you doing? Guess what? I'm just arriving at the Merryweather Hotel. I wonder if Randy's already here, that he's having a drink in the hotel lounge. Haley, listen up. I'm so sorry. I bet you're upset. Sorry to dampen your spirits, but I'm already checked into my suite here at the Merryweather. Pardon me. What are you talking about? I'm saying I'm checked into the suite at the Merryweather with my boyfriend. That's what I'm talking about. Am I hearing you right? You're checked in? Before you go on a tangent, a little piece of information. My boyfriend is not Randy, just so you know. I met the guy long after I divorced Randy, so keep that in mind. Hold it right there, Cindy. It was Randy who made reservations. That means you guys hijacked the sweet room from us. How could you? Correction. It was my current boyfriend who made the reservation. Randy has nothing whatsoever to do with any of this. You're nuts. Anyway, I witnessed it with my own eyes. He had it written down in a schedule book. It said, reservations at the Merryweather Hotel, suite room, 7-day stay. What was that about then? This is getting nowhere. Why don't you verify it with Randy? He'll explain everything. He was just making a note of my reservation. Not sure why. Better ask him, Haley. But why would... I guess he thought I made the reservation for him. My boyfriend made the reservation for us. But somehow he got it all screwed up and thought the lucky guy was him. You're not making sense. I just got a call from the front desk. Apparently there was some sort of commotion about some unruly guests asking about me. So I texted him, and hopefully I straightened things out with him. I asked him to leave. Not sure if he's there anymore.
Why is this happening? Why?
Excuse me?
He picked me over you. He dumped you. So why? Why did he even make that mistake? Why would he even think you invited him? Why did you come running here for God's sake?
Yeah, I know. Indeed, I wonder why. I really wish you guys would work it out yourselves, and just so you know, I've been receiving messages from him for the past 2 weeks. Apparently he wants to get back together with me.
No, come on. You can't be serious, Cindy.
Of course I have no interest whatsoever, so I just ignored it, but one day he heard that I made reservations at the Merryweather to celebrate my birthday, which led to this glorious mix-up.
Ugh. I think I have a headache coming on.
He's no longer in line to take over his father's business, and he's not exactly rich. I really don't see how he could have even afford a suite at the Merryweather. And for 7 nights? Forget it.
What the hell?
Well, that's the lowdown. Figure it out yourselves. This really does not concern us. Goodbye.
Randy, where the hell are you?
What is it, Haley?
I heard you were trying to rekindle your relationship with Cindy. Is that true? What the hell is going on?
I really don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me, Randy. I bet you're still pissed that I was caught coming out of that hotel with some guy 2 weeks ago. Is that why you wanted to get back with her? I only had a relationship with that guy once. I'm not seeing him anymore. It was just a one-time fling. Don't make a big deal out of it, for God's sake. Anyway, what is this crap about getting back with my sister?
Oh, shut your big fat mouth. I didn't know you were such a tart. Sleep with any guy, come on, really? If I'd known what kind of person you were, I would never have divorced Cindy.
What did you just say? Where the hell are you now?
You really think I'm gonna tell you?
You better tell me, or you're going to regret it. Randy! I'm warning you, I will marry you no matter what.
There's a story going around where this crazed woman was chasing a guy around holding a crumpled up sheet of paper in her hands. She was apparently screaming, "Marry me, sign the papers, I will never let you go." The witness said it was like some horror movie. Apparently, the guy looked scared out of his wits. Obviously, the police were called, but what's more, they did a lot of damage to the items in the area. I think they were at some expensive restaurant or something. Evidently, charges were brought against them, and they were ordered to pay considerable amount for the damages they incurred. With the compensation they had to pay me a year ago, plus this stuff, really left them as poor as a church mouse. Last I heard, they were working their butts off to pay off all of their debt that they had accumulated.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.